back to the channel. And yes, today the topic is on the Glazers, and the Ineos as well. So basically, just the higher ups and on what is happening behind the scenes with Manchester United, as well as the ownership with the club. So, as we know, like the title says, yes, the protests. The Man United protest that is happening tomorrow. So it's obviously not just the game that's happening. Obviously, the bigger picture here is the game, yes, but then we also got the protest happening with Manchester United as well as the 1958 group. So we're going to start off with our Q&A. Should the Glazers stay? Should the Glazers stay? Okay. So Glazers and Ineos, that is. Stay. Should the Glazers and Ineos stay? Right, so we got that up. I'll give you my answer in a bit. So we've got that up. Should the Glazers stay? And personally, nope. The Glazers should not stay. That is my answer. It was always going to be my answer, guys. Especially the way that this club is run. I do not want to see the Glazers as the owners of Manchester United. Not any longer. I did not like them. I never did. I don't like their decisions. So it's only right that we go out there tomorrow and actually do the whole protest as a football club, as fans. Because at the end of the day, this is our club. It's Manchester United. We have to fight for what's ours. We have to fight for what's right. Free speech. If we think that this is not it, then it's not it. From the Glazers. They are out here, American owners, and they do what they want to do. So it's got to stop. Sometime it's got to stop, We might have some good results going on right now with Michael Carrick. Things might seem all rosy within the club. We just beat City. We just beat Arsenal. Okay, so that's almost like a distraction for us. They think that we've forgotten all about it now, and a real supporter of Manchester United will know that there's a lot more to that. There's a lot more to that. Because if we want to see Manchester United back on top, then we got to get our club back. Get what's ours, get what's right, All we want is just to be supporting a club who is run well-oiled, and going back to normal, We don't want to be having a club that is turned into a business or some sort of marketing strategy. So for Manchester United tomorrow, the reason why the 1958 group is protesting, I'll be telling you that today. And it's quite a lot, to be honest. There's a whole list. But I will tell you the bits and pieces of what's actually going down and why it's going down. We got to know why there's a whole protest happening, because we just know that there's a protest happening with Manchester United, but we don't exactly know why they're protesting. We do know that it's because of the Glazers, it's because of the owners, but there's a lot more to that. So the 1958 group is obviously a group from Manchester. They are a certain group that started just before 2022, not so long ago. So they decided to work together in defending the football club. And the reason why it's 1958 is because of the Munich air disaster that happened in 1958. That's why it's called 1958. That's basically when Manchester United started rebuilding itself in 1958. That's why as 1958. There's actually a lot of people who are of the 1958. If you just joined the channel, please don't forget to drop down your comment, subscribe to the channel, like and share. Let me know your thoughts. If you think that the Glazers should stay at Manchester United or they should go and sell the club rather, you know. And personally, I've already given my view. I feel like they should obviously sell this club to owners who will know what to do with it, who will take care of the club, have it move forward the way it should be. So yes, as I was saying, 1958, that's when things started moving forward from Manchester United after the Munich air disaster. The club was basically rebuilt, and we are here now with the name the 1958. So yes, they have put a tweet out on X saying that the protest is going on, and they've also given a list as to why they are protesting, as to why it's going down. You know, so tomorrow, the 1st of Feb, is when things are actually going to take place. And it says here one of the main reasons is because the 1958 is a big group of Man United fans who are planning a peaceful protest. So that's all that we want, is a peaceful protest. It's not like we are out there to sort of destruct anything or just make a havoc out of things. All they want is a peaceful protest. They want their club back, and they want Manchester United back to normal and being run the way it should be run. So that's all that they're asking for. Because if you are a real Manchester United supporter, you'll know that the board, the higher ups, they are doing everything wrong at the moment. And it's funny because this wasn't happening during Sir Alex Ferguson's tenure, because it only started happening and unfolding after Sir Alex Ferguson retired from the club, after he stepped down. Then that's when we actually started seeing the Glazers' true colors. And then the Ineos stepped up. We thought that they knew about the football. We thought they knew about the club, but it seems like, the blind are leading the blind here. So this is where we're at, sacking managers season after season. So we're here having to do protests. And if you just joined the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, guys. And the topic for today is the protest that is happening tomorrow outside of Old Trafford from the 1958 group. So yes, it's going to be peaceful. It's a peaceful protest. Moving on. So it says they are protesting because they do not like the way Glenios, obviously Glenios being Glazers and Ineos, is treating fans and how the club is being run. That's another thing. They do not know how to treat the fans. They don't know how to treat the fans. And my thing is, how are you treating your fans, in a way that you don't know how to? Because these are your loyal supporters. These are fans that have been here way before. So if you're not going to treat them well, you're going to be losing your supporters. And that's just what's going to be happening. So they feel like they're being mistreated. The loyal supporters, the ones that have been here since day one, and they just want some justice, and they're tired of it. And personally, I understand. I'm with them on this one. Fans aren't being treated well. Fans want to protest, because people are fed up of what is going on at the moment. And then we're moving on to ticket costs. They say the ticket costs are way too much at the moment, so that needs to be brought down, because price went up a lot for kids and families. They cannot go to attend games as well because price has just been increased over and over. It's been inflated. There's been an influx on that. So fans are not being able to go watch games because of that, because it's just way too up as a Manchester United supporter. And that's exactly what the board cares about. It's just money, money, money making. They do not care about the fans. They don't care about how they feel, just how the tickets are going, the ticket prices, and it just keeps rising up and up throughout. And one of the things is that we're not even in the Champions League for them to be increasing the prices. So I don't understand. All that there is just Premier League, one game a week. and now all of a sudden prices are just being increased. So like we are watching a great Manchester United here as well. So what is the reason for that? If you do want your fans to stay, if you do want your supporters to be attending Old Trafford, watching games, you have to sort that issue out. So it says they cannot be going to games because of that as well. So you get your season ticket holders who aren't able to attend games because of that. Even for kids, you are increasing prices for kids as well. So I don't know where they're trying to go with that. All they care about is money at the end of the day. So people are now fed up. And it wasn't like this back in the days. It's only now that things are just being out of hand. And they need to change that. That's why there's the whole protest happening tomorrow. People are fed up now. Loyal supporters can't go into games to watch their team anymore because it's not happening for them. Prices are just going up and up. Super strict rules about going to games. New tough rules say you must go to every game or lose your season ticket. That's the new rules. So they're implementing new rules now, new stricter rules that you have to, it's mandatory to be going to games or else you are going to be losing your season ticket. And guys, season tickets are expensive. All right, season tickets are expensive. To be losing it prematurely, so it's another thing. Imagine having a season ticket, being a season ticket holder, and being told that you have to attend every game as a Manchester United supporter. So if you don't attend every game, we will be taking your season ticket as well, just on top of that. So they are going to be complaining about that. They are striking for that. They are protesting about that situation as well, about stricter rules for the fans. They don't feel comfortable anymore. Things are changing, so things having to change as well regarding that for the fans. They are also checking fan IDs. With the fan IDs, they are more stricter than they have been before. So it's becoming a whole big regime here for the Glazers and the Ineos. It's been different to what it used to be. Guys, if you just joined the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Today's topic is on the Glazers, Ineos, and just how the fans feel mistreated. Moving on to the next part, the next topic as to why they are feeling outdone as the supporters. Fans have dropped season tickets over past 2 years, about 2,500 of them. We're talking about 2,500 fans dropping season tickets because they feel that it is too expensive to be attending games. So that's pretty insane in my opinion. We're talking about 2,500 fans, and most of these fans are the loyal supporters. Because you're not telling me that you're a Manchester United fan, you're a loyal supporter, and you're just getting these season tickets in general. So you have to be loyal for that, Once you're loyal, you're loyal. And now they're having to drop these tickets because it's just become too expensive. All right, so it seems a bit tense here. It seems a bit tense in that department, and it's been happening for years now. Fans are just frustrated. They are tired. That is why that is happening from the fan side. They're going out there tomorrow to be protesting on that. Personally, I back them fully 100%. We have to get rid of these greedy owners. Glenios, Glazers, and Ineos. If you can't handle the club, rather sell it. Rather sell it to the Qatar. Sell it to owners that know how to handle the club. Owners who are passionate about Manchester United, who understand football. So these protesters, these supporters have to do what they have to do. And I understand fully, because this is also my club. It's a club that I've been supporting for years now. It just makes me frustrated to know that things are happening behind the scenes that way. We need new owners here, okay? Don't be fooled by Michael Carrick's results. Just because We are winning a couple of games. It's because we are in the top four. We are making Champions League. We still got to address the elephant in the room. And that is the Glazers, Ineos. You know, people like Omar Barada, Jason Wilcox. Moving on, they say away games seem to be unfair as well. So the away games, even away games, easy bans and strict ID checks, some loyal fans and their season tickets taken away. So bans being made just very easily right now, and they don't seem to care about supporters of Manchester United, the loyal ones. You know, the ones who have been supporting this football club for the longest time. They've just been selfish about it, and now people are just frustrated. We can't take it anymore. Okay, something has to be done. The changes need to be made. And that is what is being asked from the fans here. So I really hope that the protest does go through. I hope that things are going to change. And I hope that these protesters are actually heard tomorrow, you know, because they've also been planning on protesting for the longest time. So tomorrow is actually the time or the day that they decided that, okay, enough is enough. This needs to stop. But I can bet you know, there will be protesters going out there tomorrow, doing what they have to do, holding banners, holding their kids, throwing flares in the air, and nothing will change still. You know, it happened already. It happened a couple of seasons ago. I was actually watching the live protest happening. You know, I wasn't there, but I was watching from, I think I think it was just a video that I was watching then, but that's what happened. You had a full crowd, thousands of people protesting outside of Old Trafford, and still nothing changed after that. Nothing absolutely changed after that. So hopefully tomorrow things happen, you know, and people are safe. It happens in the most peaceful way, but the message needs to be heard, you know. The context needs to be made there. And then they also say they care more about money than fans. That is one of the most obvious reasons. The Glazers, the Ineos, they just care more about money rather than the fans, rather than the loyal ones who have been there for the longest time. So all they care about, the owners treat the club more like business. That's the thing. We treat our club more like a business rather than anything. And we've seen that before. You know, it's all about shirt sales. It's all about ads. It's all about this. It's all about that. Anything but supporters, Manchester United growth, anything but that. More ads, higher prices. They're not being treated like a special team with history and loyal supporters. And that's the whole problem. We forget about the history of the club. We forget about the magnitude of Manchester United, what it's done, what it's achieved overall. I see Nikki Fadley try to send a message here. Try to send a... It's been restricted, mate. Not sure what you're trying to say. But yes, so that's it. More ads, higher prices. They're not being treated like a special team with history and loyal supporters. That is what's happening with Manchester United at the moment. If you just joined the live chat, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leo Chats Football. We are live every single day. Okay, and tomorrow we've obviously got our game against Fulham, and I'm praying that we can win that game. You know, even after winning against Fulham, the whole protest should not be overlooked at. You know, we have to still be wary at the fact that things aren't going smoothly behind the scenes there with Manchester United. Okay, the Glazers, the Ineos, they are still greedy, you know. Just because a Michael Carrick is doing the things for Manchester United at the moment doesn't mean that everything has been patched up. because this is a continuous cycle. We get a new owner, or we get some sort of player that we've always wanted, some sort of big name, and after that, we are supposed to just keep quiet about it. We're supposed to not speak about it because things are seemingly going well for Manchester United. That's happened a lot. It's happened a lot, and I'm personally tired. I've seen the cycle before from the Glazers. We might make a top three this season. And then after that, what are we supposed to do? Just keep quiet about it? Just forget the fact that our club has been run by greedy owners? You get me? And then fans feel ignored and pushed away, more like American style commercial. That's what's been at Manchester United. Fans are being pushed aside. Our voices aren't heard. And it's just a shame because our club is, I would say, the biggest, if not one of the biggest in the world, and just to have owners that don't care about their supporters is shameful. We've got smaller clubs. I wouldn't say smaller, but smaller than Manchester United, I would say, like your Borussia Dortmunds, sort of clubs like that have passionate fans who are heard for. They have a say. So why can't Manchester United do that? Why can't we be like that? There's not a time where I've actually heard Liverpool supporters having to protest because their owners are pushing them away. It's just from Manchester United right now. Even your Real Madrids. It's like, what is happening to Manchester United? Why is our club so just disruptive just outside of the football context? Why is it that we are having to protest? And this is now halfway through the season that it's happening. This is the big 2026. If you told me this was happening a few years ago, then it would be more understandable. But as the years go on, the worse it seems to be getting for Manchester United. So moving over, in short, they are making the club less about real and loyal supporters and more about the big profits. And this is what is happening at Manchester United. Fried Fred said hi, greetings, good to hear from you. Guys, if you just joined the channel, don't forget to subscribe. It's the Premier League today. Hopefully everybody will be hate watching because we need a loss from Chelsea, from Liverpool, who are playing Newcastle later on, as well as, the teams like Arsenal, all our rivals, basically. I would enjoy for them to be losing today. That means that Manchester United would advance up knowing that our rivals lost. Because if we lose tomorrow, then it means that we could be dropping points, of course, and we'll be dropping that top 4 position. Letima says, can't wait for United versus Full. Man U will probably win. I hope that Manchester United can win it. I hope that Manchester United can win it. Like I said, even though we do win tomorrow, our protests needs to be heard still. The supporters still need to be heard, guys. Don't be ignoring the fact that we are run by a bunch of greedy owners, is what I'm saying. Imagine just how things could be so much better if we are run by people who understand football, people who actually care for the supporters. We would be winning the league. We would be in the Champions League every season. And we wouldn't be having to worry about a number 6, or by that I mean a new central defensive midfielder, or we wouldn't be worried about just little things, little situations happening at the club. EPL, most competitive league. You need a CDM since Casemiro left. Yes, Fried Fred, we do need a new CDM. But I don't think we'll be getting a new CDM just anytime soon, because we have just about 48 hours until the window closes. So I'm not keeping any hopes high at the moment, but hopefully during deadline day something pops up. Who can replace Casemiro? I'm hearing a lot of chats about like Neves, today very much. I'm hearing about Neves from Al Hilal. I'm hearing Joao Neves, Joao, what's his name? Joao from Wolves as well. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly who we'll be signing, but I don't think anybody knew. Honestly, that's where I'm keeping it. I don't think anybody knew for now. So, but yes, guys, that's that. I'm super keen. I don't know. I feel more keen about the protest than the actual Fulham game tomorrow. Because I'm one for change. Yeah, if there's a change happening, then that's for the greater good of Manchester United. So hopefully that happens. But a good CDM would also do a lot. And I'm also hearing Wilfred Ndidi. Not sure if I'm a fan of that. Are you guys happy about Ndidi being linked to Manchester United? Then we also got Carlos Baleba. Carlos Baleba will be a good one, honestly, but let's see what happens. Like I said, I'm not very game might end 3-1 or 2-2. Yeah, that's the thing. If Manchester United don't ever win, it's either we lose narrowly, we get a narrow loss, or we just end up winning with a margin. So let's see what happens. Come on, man, you. Right, guys, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, eh? Don't forget to subscribe. Let's grow the community. Let's make Manchester United great again. And I'll be live tomorrow. Just before the Manchester United game, I'll be doing a preview for that Fulham game. There'll be lots to talk about. We got players like Joshua Zirkzee back. We just heard that Patrick Dorgo won Player of the Month for Manchester United, Player of the Month for Man United, Goal of the Month as well. So, yeah, that's a positive. He's doing the things. Good new month ahead, my brother. Good new month ahead. And we gotta keep focused on that. Just a good feeling about it. Nothing pessimistic. Everything positive. So hopefully tomorrow we win, then we go to Spurs and do the things as well. So, yep, hopefully Feb is a good one for us. If you just joined the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, guys. I'm going to be out now, and enjoy the Premier League. Enjoy your Saturday. Have a good one. GGMU.